Good evening everybody. Welcome to a video from Changping, China. I'm sorry, it's just a talking video. I'm just sat here in the apartment having a glass of Jameson's. I've had a video uploading on YouTube now off my iPhone for probably a week. And it's 18% uploaded, and that's a problem I have with iPhone and uploading videos. So I'm recording this on my old Samsung phone with questionable quality of picture, questionable quality of sound, but at least if I film on this I can upload. I put videos on RedNote. RedNote is an app on the interweb, and I put many videos, a few photographs on there because I have quite a following here in China. I probably have as much of a following in China, or more so, than I do in the UK at the moment, which is hardly surprising. I'm riding the Brompton on a regular basis. I'm riding the Flying Pigeon on a regular basis. I'm travelling around. I've just had the last I've been back here a week, so I've probably had 6 weeks in Hainan province, in Wujisan and Sanya. I'm here in Beijing. It's cooled down. The temperature's been knocking at the door of 40 degrees centigrade here, hence going to Hainan. Although it is south of the Tropic of Cancer, it's a steady temperature of late 20s. Back in Beijing, temperatures here are about 25 in the day, 19 at night, very comfortable. I did have a few weeks up in the mountains when the temperatures here were 40 degrees. I went up to the mountains and they were sort of early 30s. Although I've got aircon here, no aircon in the mountains, but aircon is okay for a cool down, but it's not good to live in. So yeah, if you can look at RedNote, you'll find stuff on there. English Andrew, I'm sure you'll be able to find me. I have got videos to upload. I've got Brompton videos to upload. I've got Brompton stuff in Beijing. It's just getting it from memory card to YouTube. Obviously using iPhone, there's no memory card. GoPro, I'm going to try. I've got a system on the GoPro where I can record on that and possibly put it through this Samsung, but it's an old Samsung, so therefore it is relatively slow. So really just a quick catch up, and I say have a nice drink. I'm going to pop back to the UK in a few weeks. I've got loads of ideas to make some videos, Brompton stuff and some house stuff and some travel stuff, but it's going to be a fleeting visit. Life here in China is still, I'm not going to say it's amazing, it's nice, it's the same as being in the UK, other than there are no aggravations, there's no broken glass on cycle paths, there's no hoodies, and there's no drugs. And I was going to say there's no piss heads, but when I came out of a hotel after dinner last night in Beijing, there was a guy being carried out of a taxi because it was worse for the wear. That was quite funny. I'm looking forward to coming home to England for a while. But I'm not looking forward to what I'm coming back to. bear in mind I'm seeing international news reports rather than the BBC, so maybe the international news reports are probably more honest than the BBC, I don't know. So it's just a little catch up from here in Changping in northwest Beijing, and I'm enjoying a drop of Irish whiskey. Normally I enjoy a drop of Scottish whiskey, obviously, and also I've made this video because it's a bit of a test. I've got a microphone here. I've no idea, I've been holding it there, and there to see how the sound changes, because I really think this old Samsung phone is going to be my key to getting videos onto YouTube. I've got ExpressVPN, I've got Proton VPN, I've got Astral VPN, and it's a lottery as to whether you get online or not. I don't know why it is. I know we've got the Chinese firewall, but these VPN companies talk a talk and deliver not a lot. I haven't paid for Astral yet. I may do so. It's not the Express is 100 quid a year. The Proton is 45 quid a year, and the Astral, I don't know how much that's going to be. About the same as the Express, I think. It's peanuts in consideration of phone accounts and phone costs. But all these YouTubers you see who are sponsored by various VPN companies, personally, I wouldn't believe any of them. It's all cock and bull. That's all I've got to say. Brompton's cool. I'll drop the microphone. Let me just pick it back up. Did you hear that? Riding around is cool, although we've had horrendous rain. There's been a lot of rain in the mountains, and some of my routes. I tried to ride up to the Ming Tombs early in the week, and it was flooded, so I couldn't get through up past the reservoir, past the dam. I haven't been to the Ming Tombs on the bike. It's only about 12 kilometres away, but it's 12 kilometres up a mountain. But I want to do it. And I'm going to be in Beijing tomorrow, hence this video now, which I'm going to make live pretty much straight away, because I would like to film in Beijing tomorrow. And I go into Beijing quite a bit, and it is absolutely ginormous. It's, if you've, I don't know, I've been to Chicago, and Chicago was pretty big. I went to Paris. Paris is pretty big. London is pretty big. They're not. It's like a model village compared to this place. This place, Beijing, is absolutely ginormous. China. I was 2,500 miles away from here, south, 2 weeks ago. Still in China. And I'm south of the northern border of China, Mongolia, Inner Mongolia, which is Chinese but part of Mongolia, and that's probably, I actually don't know, it's a 2-day drive I think, because we're going to head up there. It's a big, massive country. Cities are ginormous. Across Beijing, for me to get across Beijing, I look at stuff online. I thought I might pop and do that, as I do when I visit London. I think, oh God, I'll go and look at that. I'll go and look at that and do this, and I get the map out and I do this, and I look at the subway, or the underground subway it's called here. Take the Brompton, and it's an hour and a half to the centre of Beijing. Or there's a bike ride which is on northwest Beijing. There's a bike ride north Beijing, but closer to the city than me, a greenway along the river, which you want to ride. For me to get there on the subway, it's an hour and 45 minutes. It's absolutely ginormous. And anybody who's been to Beijing will know that. Anybody who's thinking of coming to Beijing, it's massive. We went to Tiananmen Square. I know Tiananmen Square is the largest town square in the world, allegedly. But it's the size of a city. And then, speaking of cities, off the Tiananmen Square, you've got the Forbidden City. And it's called the Forbidden City. It is the size of a city. So Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City, to walk through and not taking it all in to look at stuff, it takes all day. It's a day's hike. Summer Palace, I think, I've not been to the Summer Palace here. I might get there next week, actually. So it's on the list whilst we're here at the moment. And back to the Great Wall. Ginormous. I don't know if you saw my video on the Great Wall in the car. Did it get as far as YouTube? Probably not. Red Note, English Andrew. My Great Wall video, driving up to Hebei, into the mountains, driving past the Great Wall. It is phenomenal. Distances, tremendous. Anyway, that's my rabbit on. All I want to do is say hello, cheers, try the mic, using a 2017 Samsung J single figures, and I will see you and catch you again on this, because idiot phone is crap. And it can't be idiot phone that's crap. I've got idiot phone 16 thing, I've got a 6, I've got an iPad, and it's a long wait for any action. I switch between regions of China, mainland and UK, depending what app I'm using or trying to use, or use the same app and switch from locations. Why we get suckered into buying this shit, I don't know, because that's what they are. I've got a GoPro, as voice said, is shit, but it's top dollar shit, big money shit. Why? I think we've got this mental blockage, I think, in England, where if you pay a lot of money, it's got to be good. Well, my dad taught me a saying that was, a fool and his money are easily parted. And I've got to say, I was a fool. Because the idiot phones are for idiots. And I've just called you an idiot to most of you, but they are. So that's what I've got to say. And more stuff off this. If it works, if this works, please comment, so I know it's reached you, and I know you've watched to the end. And if you watched to the end, thank you, and I'll catch you again later.